the NFL rule change on overtime?
The season's here for the owners and officials to talk about all the things that they want to do to make the game better. I'm not going to talk about tush push. The new rule for overtime. Basically, two teams. You are guaranteed possession now. And I like that. I think that this is going to make the game more equitable. And I figure that there's going to be some differences there where you find some teams that are far more efficient offensively. Now, look, you also have to take a look at how many games actually go into overtime. Right. But I think ultimately to find both teams with the ability to at least get a drive in overtime makes the game better, in my humble opinion.
What is the actual rule? Like, what happens if a team gets the ball first in overtime and they score a touchdown?
It counts as points. The opponent needs to come up with an equal touchdown. Otherwise, the game ends.
The game ends immediately. It's not a 15-minute period. It's a reduced minute period. But if a team scores a touchdown and then the subsequent team doesn't score anything, the game's set.
I understand that's exactly the case. Correct. Now, there may be some finality to it, but yeah, you're absolutely right. We're looking for a possession on each end unless they end up not scoring, no matter how it goes. You could see every once in a while you'll have a game that does end in a tie.
Do we think that we will see more overtime because of this rule, right? My thought here is maybe teams who think they are better and will win period in overtime, now because the rule is a little bit more fair, will be less risky at the end of games and be more comfortable pushing a game to overtime. Is that something that could happen?
When you look at that perspective, that is pretty tricky. You're playing chess right now when everyone else is playing checkers. I think that is probably not going to be the case. You'll find every once in a while where we could get ourselves into overtime and then let's take our chances based on maybe the way the game is flowing, right? You could say, hey, you know what? We know we could score on this because this particular play just keeps succeeding. We can at least pick up points in overtime and see if we can make a stop.